strength, the Florida International Panthers. Taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Jaguars will put total leather and will get started. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So FIU's offense will have the ball first. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry up. To the ground to try to move the chains. And they needed an inch, and they didn't get it. This defense gives up nothing, and you'll like it. FIU will line up to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So South Alabama's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Right back to the well. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Jaguars will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Running back searching for a hole. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. FIU pushing tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up. Defense has to be ready.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before... return on that one. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Peterson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Jaguars are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback may change this route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Jaguars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
That's just not the start you're expecting to see from this guy. Obviously, it's a big game. There's a lot of pressure. The crowd is loud, but we've seen 2 drops in the first quarter from this guy. He's got to crank it up.
The Jaguars are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. The Jaguars will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he was... The pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone. There.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Caught in the backfield, it's Dawson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. FIU pushing tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo.
There he goes. Turning on the Jets. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Panthers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Jukes his way for more. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's complete to the left. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. What a disappointment. No good. So the score remains 3-0.
That's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. on the ground. It's Bullock. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Jaguars will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. They'll start this drive from the 42. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. FIU pushing tempo.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Panthers! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he drops it just a little too... slippery in the hands.
Now that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he dropped it. It looked... the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you see him there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Looking to pass, it's Jenkins. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Handoff to the single back. Picks up the first down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run. Consistently, you got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later, but you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking for a crease. It's Malone. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Got enough for the first down. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll run it on the counter. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. They'll run the screen. Fighting off the defender. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22.
How about the offense, man? Dialing up the screenplay on 3rd down. They needed a play. Sometimes people like the screen, sometimes they don't. You got to call it at the right time. And they pick the right opportunity. They get the 3rd down conversion and a new set of downs.
Power football with the run. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying play action. Grab near the marker. It's Thomas. Stop is made at the 8, but it'll be enough to set up a 1st and goal. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Dawson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Keeps keeps it on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one. FIU will line up to punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action. It sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
You know, sometimes wide receivers are so eager to get upfield once they have the ball. They take their eyes away. You really got to do a good job looking it in and securing the catch.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Bullock. Inside the 35. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Alabama.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in CUSA, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is running away with this one behind an offense that's firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Marshall. Just another week of Conference USA football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. FIU pushing tempo.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Out of bounds at the 50. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Fakes to grab. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quick release on the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
They punted away on 4th down. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Looking for a man. It's Davenport. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
The Jaguars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give. Oh, he's got a chance. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, a lot of space. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Davenport. Quarterback strolling away from heat. This time it's complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Bring in the heat. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Mobile, but let's just go with notable. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. If it's work. I change it, and that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Davenport. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And that's... Right, like he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
The Jaguars will have it 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll run play action. Grab behind the line. It's Kitchens. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Davenport. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Jaguars send out the punt unit. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. christen this drive from the 28-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. FIU pushing tempo.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He's got it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, in that kind of situation, in that field position on your own side of the field, third and short, defense was definitely thinking run, and instead they throw the football, they catch him off guard. It's an explosive play, now setting up first and goal.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the tailback. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease to the left. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Jaguars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Tight end finds a soft spot. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looking for space. It's Bullock. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Dances away to buy time. Got a man. It's Woodyard. And they'll knock him down.
Well, these wide receivers work the middle of the field. So much of this is feel, understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick to make those plays over the middle.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
He'll toss it. It's a seam wide open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And that's just how they drew it up. Nice job by the QB. Listen, 4th and short, this is a tough situation. You want to keep it as a quarterback. He makes the right read. They stick their foot in the ground, and they get the first down. Not by much, but they get a new set of downs.
To the ground. He's got it again. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. The screen, he can go. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. To the air, it's Davenport. Caught over the middle, it's Bullock.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. 3rd down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up 4th.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 13 over Nebraska. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Burke. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. FIU pushing tempo. I don't think he was the primary receiver on that play, David, but a very productive pickup on first down.
And these tight ends are so good at understanding zones and where to sit down. And listen, it's not the huge gain down the field, but it's always death by 1,000 cuts, small gains, break tackles, and continue to move the sticks.
Rush is on him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. That's the end of the quarter. South Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. FIU will line up to punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. If I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
It'll be 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Davenport. Fires to the middle. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Jaguars will punt it away on 4th down. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The Florida International offense is back up. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
The Panthers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it loose. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
With the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, South Alabama. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done, and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
To pressure, and he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They go to the wide receiver screen. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. FIU pushing tempo. Makes a man miss. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. No huddle here for the offense.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the middle. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man down the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown in. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, FIU.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the Jaguars need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Davenport. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Jaguars will punt this one away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times, and it climbs in the end zone. But that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires on the move. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Looking deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. This offense has it with really good field position. Going to the running game. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Off play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him. And in
touchdown, Jaguars! Quick strike through the air for the score. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Hold and fired complete. Crosses the 30. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. He's going to take off. And some room to work. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Panthers are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. They need the 40 to convert here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Gonna look downfield again. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Panthers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Set back by the earlier sack, maybe a hint of desperation here, behind and going for it on fourth and long. Finds his tight end. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are. what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.